Breakfast with Pure Coys. Oh yeah. Breakfast with Pure Coys. Breakfast with Pure Coys. Oh yeah. Breakfast with Pure Coys. Breakfast with Pure Coys.
Yes, good morning. It is breakfast with Pure Coys. It is Sunday morning. I love Sunday mornings. Good morning to each and every one of you. Didn't even realize until I woke up that the clocks have gone back. I think they've gone back, right? Because got up, did my usual routine, went downstairs to make a cup of tea, and I saw the clock on the wall downstairs said 9 o'clock. And I'm like, what? I'm half an hour late, running around. And it wasn't until I got back upstairs, looked at my phone. I'm like, it's fine. It's only 8 o'clock. What am I doing here? So I'm guessing the clocks have gone back. Really ill prepared for the winter, but the winter is coming. And yeah, the hoodie's on ready, nice and warm. I will be sticking the heating on later too. Good morning, guys. It is Sunday morning. The weather, I'm going to let you know what the weather's like in the West Country is. Wow, I think it's a frosty one this morning. It is a frosty morning here in the West Country. So, right to have my hoodie on. How are you all doing? It's game day and Spurs are back in action. We are playing at Everton at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, our first ever appearance there. So, guys, we are unbeaten now. So I got a good feeling about today. I really have. We are going to get into it. Of course we are. Guys, as you're coming in, please smash that like button. I really would appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button as well if you're new. Really difficult to get new people in at the moment. Don't know what YouTube are doing, but if you are new in here, hit that subscribe button too. Guys, let's get into today's game. Let me all know, first of all, what are you drinking? I have my cup of tea. Bit warm now, but not hot enough, but it is what it is. Let me know what you're drinking. Let me know what you're up to today. Are you going to the game? Are you going to be watching it on Sky Sports? I'm going to be doing a watch along later with Cookie. So that should be fun. And maybe Sheriff as well. I don't know if Sheriff is about. Hopefully he is. So that should be a laugh. Let's see who is in the chat. And straight off the bat, Adam's just going for it. 2-0 Everton, we can't score. I think we'll be all right today. I really do, Adam. You got to remember, but this terrible attack that we have, we've still scored 14 Premier League goals in our first 8 games. You know, it's not horrific. It's over a goal a game. So I don't think scoring is going to be a massive issue this season. I still think we'll score goals. I just think we haven't quite connected yet in those forward areas. So listen, it's going to be difficult. And we don't know who we got playing today. We don't know who's out. Is Mawani fit? We will get into it. Jimmy's in saying, big up Nigel in the chat. Good morning. Good morning to you, Jimmy. I hope you're well, mate. And Marcus is in as well. Morning, Nigel, my friend. Coys today. Yes, come on, you Spurs, mate. Come on, you Spurs. I got a good feeling about today. I really have. Good morning, Marcus. Hope you're well, mate. Jimmy saying, bed early tonight and night. Absolutely. Absolutely, mate. Yeah. I hate those dark mornings. They're not fun. They're not fun. And I'll be up at 6:30 tomorrow. Not because I've got to work at any time soon, but I like to go for coffee first. So I'll be going up at 6:30. The coffee shop opens at 7. Get in there for 7. Relax for an hour. Think about my week, my day. Come back here, do a show. Hopefully not moan about Spurs, and then off to work. Really didn't need to tell you about my whole day. Gary's in the house. Morning. I'm in the car on the way to the Woolwich Ferry. So type in legally, guys. Fair play, mate. Drive safe. Good to have you in. And Wayne is up and he says, good morning, folks. Hope you're well. I'll take a 2-2 draw today. Hopefully Frank starts Sarr again. Interesting to see what he does with Sarr, isn't it? Because I think a lot of people now are a bit perplexed maybe at why Sarr suddenly been left out of the side and not getting much game time. For me personally, I just think he prefers Bentancur and Polinia. And everyone wants Xavi in the 10. So it is what it is. Somebody sadly has got to miss out, but it'll be interesting to see what he does with the midfield today. I think he's going to go with Bentancur and Polino again, which, to be honest, I haven't got a problem with because I don't think. Whereas on Wednesday night against Monaco, Monaco had quite a young, spriteful midfield that got about the pitch, played around Spurs a little bit. I don't see Everton as like that. They're very much like a working man side, and they work hard. They haven't got a great deal of. I don't want to say quality because they could turn it on against us. Obviously, they got Grealish and they got Ndai, but apart from that, I don't see a lot of like really good quality in the team. So I think we're going to be all right. Famous last words, but I think we're going to be all right. And Wayne then says, "I'm on the hobgoblin." Oh, nice already. Good times, mate. Good times. Jimmy saying, "Warm lemon water every morning for me." Nice, nice, nice. And Phil Coys is up. Big up, Phil. Hope you're well, buddy. Hope you're well. Marcus says, "I'm up at 4 a.m. tomorrow." Oh, that's horrific. That is horrific. And Vendetta is in. Big up, mate. He said, "Struggling to see where our goals are going to come from. As usual, sorry, Nige, but Everton 2-0 for me. All good, mate. All good. We've all got it is what you feel, isn't it? I just don't see us. I don't see us losing there. I'll tell you as for why in a moment. But Wayne is saying Sarr in the middle, Simmons on the left. Wouldn't be against that at all. And there is rumours that Odebear's out today. Some people will think that's a good thing anyway. But we will see when it comes out. I wouldn't be against having Xavi Simmons in the out wide left because I do think the game is a bit too much for him at the moment in that 10. Just me. I don't think I don't know whether he's just not up to grips with the Premier League yet or whether, I don't know. Something's not quite right with Xavi Simmons. But you can see flashes. There's something there, isn't there, that you think, yes, he is a good player. Guys, as you come in, like I say, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe if you're new. And Marcus saying, "Joys of a lorry driving eyes." Yes, mate. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So the reason I think we go to Everton today, and I think maybe get something, not necessarily win, but I don't think we lose, is I've just looked at our last 12 Premier League games at Goodison Park. And weirdly, we've only lost one Premier League game in the last 12. And that was last season when we lost 3-2. Lots of draws in there, lots of 0-0s, 1-1s, 2-2s. Obviously, we lost 5-4 in the FA Cup, that crazy game in 2021, I think. But apart from that, I think there's 8 draws, 1 defeat, 3 Spurs victories. I think we go there, and I know this is not Goodison. It's a brand new stadium, which gives me even more confidence because I think Goodison was a bit of a fortress for Everton. I think we go there. I think we get a result. I think we'd be absolutely fine. I can see us winning. I can see us winning not comfortably. I think it'd be a tight game. I think if Spurs win, it'd be by the odd goal. I can see a draw. I think it'd be a draw. But will that be good enough for Spurs fans? Because a lot of Tottenham fans are not happy with Thomas Frank and the football we're playing at the moment. For me, it is what it is. He has what he has. We cannot do any more. But it's gonna be a tough game. But I just don't see us losing today. I really don't. Jimmy said, "My team 3-4-2-1. Vic van der Ven, Danzo, Spence, Porro Gray, Polina, um, Kudos, Simmons, Mawani," but he won't start that. Papa Matt yeah, I mean, I don't see him doing that, Jimmy. I wouldn't be against that side at all. I quite like the idea of Spence as another centre back. I think he'd be decent. I just don't see, I just don't see him going for 3 at the back. And we have a lot of injuries, don't we? We have a lot of injuries. Let's go through. I want to go through the team news. Obviously, we know Tottenham's injuries. We know we're out 10 players out at the moment, but I'll read this out quickly. And it basically says that Spurs' troubles can be at least be partially attributed to the debilitating injury list with Frank. And Frank will be missing no fewer than, I think it says 10 players on Sunday, including recent victims Destiny Adogi and Christian Romero. The pair joined James Maddison, Ben Davis, Radu Dragic, Dejan Kulusevski, Takai Solanke leaves Basuma at the medical bay, and the latter has just undergone surgery on his ligament injury. There was no update from Frank on Wilson Odebear's midweek injury in his pre-game press conference, but Mathis Tell is now back um, and the Danes' disposal and could be straight in for a straight swap with fellow French youngster up front, whereas Kolo Moani may also be considered for his full debut. I don't want to see Tao anywhere near the front line. I just don't want to see it. Personally, for me, it has to be Kolo Moani up front. On Everton's end, Moyes will receive a possibility the biggest boost he could receive at this juncture, as the creative hub Jack Grealish will return to the matchday squad after he was ineligible to face parent club Man City last time out. Alcaraz should be the unfortunate self-sacrifice for Grealish. I like Alcaraz actually. But on a more negative note, Braithwaite needs surgery to correct a troublesome hamstring injury and faces an indefinite period on the sidelines. Nathan Patterson is also keen to spend the next few weeks out due to a combination of a foot problem and a hernia. But the hosts are otherwise in a strong shape for game week 9. Guys, that was a long read. I wish I never did that. But basically, Everton have got, pretty much full squad. They have defensively, aren't they? They're a strong defensive unit. They are going to be hard to break down, this Everton side. Tottenham are going to have to play well. There's no doubt about it, because I just think this could be a bit of a stink fest. Like I said, it's going to be a tight game. I think there's a good chance Spurs can get a result, whether that be a point or the odd goal in 3, maybe. But it is going to be a tough game. Guys, let me know what your thoughts about today's game. Let me know how you think we're going to set up. It's going to be an interesting one for sure. I like Jimmy's team, but I just think Frank will probably go 4 at the back again. I think he probably feels he hasn't got enough players, enough defenders to play a 3 at the back currently. It is a bit of a risk when you're playing Spence as a centre back and then playing Gray as a wing back. But who knows? Who knows? I just don't see Frank doing it. I think he's a bit risk averse when it comes to that kind of thing. Rodney saying good morning, 1-1. Good morning, mate. I couldn't agree more. I think it could be a 1-1. It's going to be either a 1-1 or Spurs win it by the odd goal. John says, morning, Nige. I would recall back Lancashire and Moore and play them instead of Town and Odebear. Anything has to be better than them. I can see a 2-1 win either way. Great show. Like and sub people. Big up, John. Hope you're well, mate. Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Our strike force, our quality in those forward areas are so poor. Tao, awful. Richarlison, the worst player I've ever seen in a Spurs shirt. And I've seen some shockers over the years. I don't know. I like Lancashire. I like him. I think there's a decent player in now. Just like where he is at the moment. He's getting games, he's scoring goals. Um, and Moore's another one. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know. I haven't seen enough of him. Seen bits of him to think he's got a lot of talent. But this just shows how weak our squad is, doesn't it? When we're thinking we should be relying on young players to get us out of a hole that we're in. But it is what it is. We move on. Hopefully, Frank sorts it out. Ricky said, "Morning, Nige. How are you today? I'm good, mate. How are you?" Ricky, Ricky, really, you're on at 11 p.m. today? Yes, 11 p.m., 11 a.m. today. Not really confident today. The players seem to be finding it difficult to understand what Frank wants them to do. Pretty pathetic, really. Yeah, I mean, it's not hard, is it? I mean, I don't know. I just think, for me, mate, I just don't think Spurs have the quality in those forward areas to trouble anybody. Really, we will score goals this season because we have enough to score. We have in Kudus, in Javi, in hopefully Moani. We have enough there that we will score goals and we will score, I think, quite a few from set pieces. I just don't think he has the quality to play the way he wants to play. And until he gets his injuries back, and I don't want to use injuries as an excuse, but I think we have to a little bit because there's a lot of good players out. It's not like we've got 10 players out and probably 7 of them don't get anywhere near the first team. If all of them were back fit, our first team would look totally different. So I think I think Frank's doing a good job of what he's got. But I agree. I think they're struggling to, for whatever reason, and I think personally, is that attacking third and maybe the lack of a real quality number 8. John says our attacking is our problem. Tell Odebear, Richie Johnson, all championship level. Get rid of Jan. Couldn't agree more. Absolutely, all of them just not good. The only one I'd keep out of there if I had to. Oof, I don't know. If I had to get rid of 4, if I had to get rid of 2 and keep the other 2, I would get rid of Tal and Richie. Keep Odebear and Johnson, just because I think Johnson's okay off the bench at times. Used differently. He's not a winger. Um, and Odebear, I've seen bits. I've seen bits to think, okay, there's something now I like, but he's not a first team now in your first team 11 play. So it is what it is. Alfredo saying people who criticise Bentancur are stupid, in my opinion. They are lost for ideas to look for their favourite players who are not performing. Agreed. I think Bentancur's been okay this season. I don't think he's done anything wrong. Sure, he's not been breathtaking, but I don't think many players have. I think Polina has been fantastic. I think Kudus, for the most part, has been brilliant. Other than that, I can't really name many players. Van der Ven has been superb. Other than that, yeah, most of them have not been great. You know, it is what it is. We are a team in transition. We have a new manager, and it's not going to happen overnight. So let's um let's see what happens. Hang on, I've just got a text from Sava. Hi mate, 2 secs. Sure. Um, John is saying 2-1 Toffees. I mean, it's one of those games, isn't it? It's hard to call. I think it looks like Declan Rice in that picture. It's hard to call. It could. Everton could well win this game. Spurs could well win it. It could be a draw. I think the draw is a more likely. But as I said earlier, our record at Goodison Park is fantastic. And I know we're not playing at Goodison Park for anyone, but our record at Everton is really good. Really good. Only 1 defeat in 12 in the Premier League. Um, so I think we'll be okay now. I know it's a new stadium. I'm quite liking the fact we're playing in a new stadium. I'm quite excited to see what Spurs can do. I think we go down. The more I think about it, the more confident I'm getting a result, even with the injuries we have. Everton don't scare me. Everton don't scare me. And if we were to go to lose to Everton, I would be disappointed. I'm not going to lie. I'd be really disappointed if we lost today. Audio said, morning, Nigel chat. Good morning, Audio. I hope you're well, buddy. And Ricky Villa coming in and saying, Bentancur has not been at the level he was way before the injury. I counted 7 misplaced passes last game, some as short as 10 yards. No one is really performing except BDV and Polinia. Yeah, I mean, pretty much what I just said. I don't think Spurs have been fantastic this season. A lot of players underperforming. Whether it's a confidence thing or not, I don't know. Actually, I think away from home we're doing half decent. Not in the Champions League. I know the 2 draws in the Champions League have been wholly underwhelming, really underwhelming. But honestly, guys, think about our European record over the last 10 years. Since Poch was there, since those Champions League days at Tottenham, at White Hart Lane, and then Wembley Stadium. Think about um, think about our European runs. We've never been good. We've never been good in Europe. Away from home, it's been turgid. How many times have we gone to small away sides in the Europa League or the Champions League and been absolutely rubbish? So I kind of don't count the Champions League. And then we haven't lost. But our away form in the Premier League has been really, really good. This is why I'm so confident today. I think we're going to be absolutely fine. I really do. Ricky saying, got a quiz coming up today. So tune in, people. Yes, guys, get over to Ricky Villa TV at 11 a.m. A quiz going on. I will try and get to it. I will be going for a coffee straight after this. My 10-year-old doesn't know it yet. I'm guessing she will know that we're going for a coffee at 9:30 because it's what I do. Cannot start the day without going to a coffee shop and watching the world go by for half hour. Kate Rixham's in saying, "Morning, Nige. Hope you're well." I am really good, Kate. I hope you are too. And it looks like I am on the Spurs review tonight on Sava's channel at 7:30. So looking forward to that. Should be a good one. And we have a watch along this afternoon, Everton Spurs on the Two Mark Show. So get on for that. It should be a good one and hopefully celebrating a Spurs victory. John says, we can thank Levy and Ange for having Tell Odebert, Johnson, and Richie, all below par players that we need to get rid of here. And how much money did we spend on all of them? How much money? I went, Tell what? Tell 35 million. Odebert was around 30, that's 65. Johnson, what was Johnson? I can't remember now. 50? Richie about 50? Best part of 160, 170 million on those players. Absolutely shocking. I think if we sold them all, we'd be lucky to get 80 million currently. Um, that's half the price than what we paid. Absolutely shocking. Vinny Guy saying it's shocking we have rarely passing 1-2 link up plays and in any areas of the pitch. Alarming. Yeah, those little triangles haven't kind of happened yet, have they? For whatever reason. I think we've got to give Frank time. I really do. And I know there's a lot of people, and I'm not saying you, Binny Guy, but I know there's a lot of people who are already on Frank's back. Like, they want him out already. For me, let's see what he does this season. This is going to be a difficult period because it is game after game after game. So Frank can't get his ideas across on the training pitch. It's going to be really difficult for Frank. And this is where he's paid his money. There's no doubt about that. Let's see how he does now. Let's see where he is at Christmas. And then we go forward. Hopefully in January, we bring a couple of players in. But it is a bit of a concern that we're not getting those triangles. We're not getting those 1-2s. We've seen a little bit of it. I think we've seen a little bit of it against, was it Wolves? When Bergvaren and Kudus played a great little 1-2. Kudus got in and scored, but he was offside. So we've seen bits. But not enough for me. Um, yeah, what's clear, what I've seen more is that left-hand side, is that Odegaard and whoever's the fullback overlapping a lot, but I've not seen it as much on the right, which I thought it would have been more with Kudus and Porro. So whether Kudus hugs that line a little bit more, doesn't he? Likes to take on his man, so maybe doesn't need Porro to overlap. And it's always nice just to lay that ball back into Porro who can whip a ball in. Maybe the left hand side is a bit different, and Odegaard likes someone overlapping because he's not got the confidence to get those balls in himself. Benny Guy saying it, but I don't. But I've also learned how to lower my expectations. This is being a Spurs fan, isn't it, Benny Guy? It's what we do as Spurs fans. We have to realise, and I know we're all the same, pretty much, aren't we? Start of the season, we're like, this could be the season. You never know. We made a couple of signings. This could be it. And within 10 games, most of the time, we're like, nah, we're still rubbish. It's going to be a long season. There's no doubt about it. We're going to have ups. We're going to have downs. It wouldn't surprise me out of the 38 games played. If we win 15, we draw 18, we lose 15. I think that's right. I might be well off there. No, we win 15. I don't know. Draw 8, lose 15. That wouldn't surprise me at all. But I don't think we'll lose 15. I think it's more likely we win 15, draw 15, lose 8. I think that's pretty much how we're going to be this season. And that wouldn't necessarily be a bad season. I mean, if we do that, that would be a bad season. That's like 45 points. That's shocking. Hopefully we do better. I'm trying to work it out as I'm going live. It's not always easy. Alfredo says, Ricky, he still scored last time, has a great attitude, makes sacrifices. The front sucks, even Kudus. I know he is double teamed, but he's been found out. I'm not sure he's been found out. I think what you just said, I think he's just been double teamed. And I think what's happening with Kudus is I think he's so desperate to make an impact, so desperate to make things happen. And I think he's got such little confidence in the players he's playing alongside that he tries to do too much on his own and quite often loses the ball. And he's probably getting frustrated doing it again because he wants to. I think this is going to be an ongoing thing until we get the players around him that are of his standard, in my opinion. But yeah, you're not far off. You're not far off, and then Alfred said. But I agree, Ricky. Yeah, I think we're all kind of in the same boat, aren't we? Kind of all know what the problems are. It's just sorting them out. And but this is what Frank's paid for, I guess. Jimmy saying Grealish is a big worry for me today. Got to keep him in check. Absolutely, we do have to keep him in check. It's going to be an interesting afternoon, I think, for Pedro Porro. I think the one thing on Porro's side is that Grealish hasn't got pace, but he has got a lot of trickery, and Porro's going to have a good game. No doubt about that. Porro's going to have a good game. And hopefully Porro can cause some problems going the other way and maybe get Grealish to have to work back. You know, let's hope that happens. Guys, if you haven't smashed a like button, it is so important. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Kate saying, bet they double up on Kudus. Yeah, guaranteed. Guaranteed they will. But it'd be interesting to see how they double up on Kudus. This is going to be quite interesting, actually, because obviously their left-hand side will have Grealish. Grealish isn't going to want to work back too much. So whether they pull a midfielder across to double up when Spurs get the ball or not, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one because Everton will probably push onto us. So hopefully that will give us space at the back to exploit them a little bit. Alfredo Santal and Odebear should be coming off the bench. We are ruining them. Agreed. Agreed. Confidence must be absolutely draining out of them. Though I do think Odebear had a half decent half against Monaco in midweek. My voice is going. Just like Bergvall says, we are fucking him up too. Yeah, it's this is the problem. We did it all last season, didn't we? We did it all last season. And Gray. Gray seems to come out of it a little bit for me. I thought again he had a good game playing left back against Monaco. Not his position. I was very much somebody who wasn't a fan of Gray last season. Didn't like what I saw at all. But this season, everything I've seen so far, I thought he's looked okay. And I'm not gonna go over the top. He's not been brilliant. He's been okay. And I'm pleased for him because last season he had a torrid time wherever he played. Ricky saying need to give the manager at least a season. I think he'll come good. The people I see slagging Frank off are still pining for Ange. Absolutely. Um, yeah, Ange is gone. Ange has had another job and lost that since Spurs. I think it is time to move on now. We need to get behind this manager. I know that people are not. I don't know what people expect, whether they want, we're Tottenham Hotspur. And I'm of that ilk that we're Tottenham Hotspur. But we finished 17th last season and we were bloody awful for most of it. And I don't know what we expect. We've been to Conte, we've been to Jose Mourinho, we've got them in. It didn't work. I think Thomas Frank was the fantastic addition to Tottenham Hotspur. A proper coach who will get it right given the time, but he needs time. You know, 2 seasons ago when Ange come in, he needed time and he got time. He got 2 years. Let's give Frank the same grace. Yeah. Listen, unless we lose the next 20 in a row, and then obviously things change. But right now, Frank has to be given time. I agree, Ricky. You Spurs says the problems with the likes of, I'm not going to read it. Arguments is that he heaps praise on Frank's coaching for what he has done with players at Brentford, but suddenly our players are uncoachable. Um, I don't think I haven't heard that. I don't think Sava said that players are uncoachable. I think it's literally a situation where Frank's not on the training ground. We're playing 2 games a week. It is a situation. And this is where it's going to be interesting to see how Frank does his job because he is used to managing Brentford, who play once a week, every week. He has plenty of time on the training pitch. He is now at Tottenham Hotspur. And no matter what we say, no matter what people think about Spurs, we are a massive club with high expectations, mostly from the fans. Yeah, we expect a lot. I don't know why we expect a lot because we haven't done a lot over the years, certainly in recent years, but we expect a lot as a fan base. It's not at Brentford. He's not at Brentford where he can finish 15th, and that's okay because they stayed in the Premier League. He's at Tottenham Hotspur. He's going to have to perform. So, listen, this is why it's going to be interesting to see what Frank can do. As much as I'm delighted with Frank, I think he's a fantastic manager. It is going to be interesting to see how he copes with the pressure of managing a Tottenham Hotspur other than a Brentford. But yeah, I won't mention other YouTubers on it because I like all YouTubers, all my friends, and I'm not going to be talking about other YouTubers on it, mate. So it is what it is. It's just a chilled stream, and we talk about football, and we go from now. Billy said, "Big up, Nige, and the lovely, magnificent Kate Wixom, and the wonderful people in the chat. Those one or two touch understanding is built in pre-season, but Spurs waste it bringing us signings late. Yes, agreed, mate. Is what we do. Hopefully, going forward, though, Philly, that's going to change. Hopefully, going forward, we will start acting like this massive club that we all kind of think we are, right? We all think we are." Jimmy said, "I would put Spence up against Grealish today. Porro will get run ragged." Again, I agree. I agree. I'd love to see Spence play at right back, but then who plays at left back? Gray, I guess. But then don't they have die out on the other side, and he would give Gray a hell of a hard time. So he's picking your poison. I think Porro could do okay against Grealish today. I think Porro could do okay. They saying Philly, hi lovely. They're saying hello. I always do that. End up reading someone out with someone saying hello to each other. Benny Guy saying, "I've seen this movie before though. Admit it, guys. First year, give him time. Second year, lock him up." Exactly. But it's the way it's got to be, isn't it? I think we've all got to give him his first season, let him do what he does, and then next season. Listen, if we're crap next season, fine. Work your magic. Do what you do. I think as fans we're entitled to do that. But let's just see how he does this season. Give him time, and I think he's going to surprise a lot of people who don't rate him. Katie said the biggest problems are scouting team not buying quality in. Lange isn't good. No, I don't rate him at all, Kate. But hopefully, I know they're saying he's been given a promotion. Has he been given a promotion, or has he just been maybe pushed aside into a different area? I don't know. But he said that's a bit. I don't think fans understand. Spurs are playing 2 games, and it takes a toll, especially in December and the festive period for January. Yeah, I agree. That's going to be one hell of a tough period for Spurs because we got a lot of games, a lot of tough games, and hopefully we won't have as many injuries. But we're Spurs, right? It wouldn't surprise me if by December we got 14 or 15 injuries and we are playing people out of position, and it could get like that. But let's see. You Spurs saying, fair enough. I'm just fed up of seeing the players get slated so much. They see more than you think, especially the younger lads. Yeah, I get you, mate. But I don't think they watch YouTube. And I think as a YouTube channel, you have to critique, right? You have to. If every channel said, "This is fantastic, Spurs are the best," even when we're losing or playing poorly, I think people will soon tune out because they want to hear the truth. You want to hear your fans' truth, and the fans' truth is that players they're not happy with. So you might love Bentancur, for instance, and I might hate him, but it's just an opinion. It's all we are as fans at the end of the day. And as YouTubers, we are just fans with a camera in front of us. And listen, it is what it is. And he says they have friends and family, etc., who will all see it too. I mean, but again, this is the joys of being a professional footballer, right? They're paid a lot of money. And should they get abuse? No, of course they shouldn't. But YouTubers get abuse for putting their opinions across. Is exactly the same, just a different way. Um, if we're going to stop abusing footballers, then we've got to stop abusing YouTubers for their opinions. It is what it is. It is all opinions. It is all, and it's just the way of life, sadly now. Um, Alfredo saying Porro was so disappointing last game. I hope he figures it out. He has great mentality. Yeah, I'll be the first to admit I was one of these that said I wouldn't be upset if we sold Porro. Wouldn't be upset. I do rate him now. I think as a player now, I think he's technically superb, but defensively, he's just not very good. And sadly, when you're playing right back, you have to be defensively sound. I hope he comes good as well. I really do. But let's see what happens. Jimmy said, I want to see Mawani start today, even if it's only for 60 minutes. I agree. I want to see Mawani start. I just don't see it. I think this is as crap as Richarlison's been. This is the game for Richarlison because he knows. And I just get the impression Richarlison is the kind of guy who wants to be loved by everyone. And Everton love Richarlison. The fans love him. He's like a god in Everton. Hearing from Everton fans who, Everton are being linked with Richarlison again. They're going crazy. They can't wait. They want Richarlison back. So this is a perfect game for Richarlison. The whole stadium, supporting him in a way. I think this is the kind of game he comes in and he scores, and everyone will love Richie again for at least a couple of days. Benny Guy said, elite teams connect good offense and good defense. We are either super offensive or super defensive. Flip flop. This is madness. Well done, Enoch, for your amusement business model. Yeah, I mean, it is. It does feel a bit like that in the moment. There is no connections anywhere, is that? But hopefully that comes in time. You Spurs saying criticism is okay, needed at times, but flat out calling people shit is beyond that. And I think, but again, this is just fan talk, isn't it? It's just fan talk. It's what we do as fans. We go to the pub, call people shit. It is what it is. I think what we've got to do is not take things so seriously and so personally. Um, as a fan base, not you Spurs, but as a fan base, I think we got to try and stop taking things too seriously, too personally. Everyone's got opinions, and people like to make their opinions known. And I think that's just all it is. I really do. I think it's all it is. I think sadly social media is the way it is. And I said to someone the other day, I think it's a client I had, we were talking, and I said, take me back to the 90s where we had no internet, no mobile phones. It was such a lovely place. Take me back there any day of the week. Um, it is what it is. You got bullied at school, you got bullied at school. Now, if you get bullied at school, it's 24/7. So social media is a pretty horrific place at times, but we just have to live with it and maybe just I don't know, ride or die. Let's just go for it. Alfredo saying you brought up the point. Sometimes it feels a lot that YouTubers feel like they are getting ratings for completely obliterating the team. It's a fact. I don't know. I think it's one of those. It's one of those, and it's. I think I'm not speaking for any other YouTuber, but I think clicks are got for ultra positive. You get clicks if you're really, really positive, and you get clicks if you're really, really negative. People like me that are in between, very much, on the fence, sometimes happy, sometimes sad. I think it's a lot harder. I think you got to have an opinion. If you've got a real strong opinion, yeah, it gets you clicks. But then that's why people watch. I watch certain channels because I know the debate is really good and it could kick off and I enjoy that. Do I want to be part of that? Not necessarily because I'm a little bit more chilled and I don't really like arguing. You know what I mean? But some people love it and some people love to watch it. It is what it is. Vinny saying, big up you Spurs. The players have to hear the truth because otherwise the truth will come out painfully when they play the games in real games like PSG, for example, that they aren't good enough is going to be interesting. I mean, we put up a good performance against PSG, didn't we, in pre-season? They look like a different animal now, though, don't they? In Champions League, they are sweeping everyone aside. I'm not looking forward to that game, Philly. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a tough game. Benny Guy saying, come on, we're all good students of Shakespeare. Enoch are laughing out loud. They couldn't care less about football. I mean, it feels that way, doesn't it, Benny Guy? It really does. It feels that way. But as a fan, you've got to have hope. If there's no hope, what's the point? And I'm just hopeful that Now they have come out and said what they're going to do, that they're actually going to do it. If they don't, then they've got to sell the club. And the sooner they sell, the better. But again, they've said they're going to do things. Let's hope they go out and do them. Guys, nearly 30 of you in now. If you haven't smashed that like button, it's so important. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to bring up the form guide. So this is the form guide. Last 6 games, Everton all competitions, Spurs in all competition. Can't see the last one. Let's take Binny guys comment off a second, and we can see it. So there we go. Everton's last lot of games. That doesn't make any sense at all. That doesn't make any sense at all. I've not copied that right at all. But Spurs form in all competitions: win, draw, win, lose, draw. Very run the mill, isn't it? And the Premier League: lose, win, draw, win, lose. So it's one of them. And this is what I think we're going to be this season: win 2, draw 2, lose 2, win 2, draw 2, lose 2. That's how I think Spurs are going to do. And Everton, listen, Everton have not been a lot different. You know, people saying that they played well, but the Premier League: 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats. So I see it being it's a very even game, this one. A really even game. I think it could go either way. I'm confident that Spurs go down, get at least a point, come away. Would you take a point now, guys? If someone said to you, right, you're going to get a point today, would you take a point? Would you be happy with it? Um, you know, I would be happy. Someone said to me now, 1-1, you're going to draw 1-1 today. I go, thank you very much. I take that. We're in the top 6 after the first 9 games. It's not a bad start to the Premier League. You know, quarter of the way through the season. Someone has said quarter of the way through the season, you're in the top 6. I'm happy. Forget about the football for now. It's all about results, yeah? It's all about results. I'd take a point. Alfredo saying, nah, mate, we need a win. I mean, a win would be lovely. A win would be lovely. Um, I don't know. I think fans will not be happy, would they, if we don't win. There's a lot of fans already who already have decided that Thomas Frank is not the man, and whatever we do is not going to be good enough. I think Everton's a tough place to go. I don't think, you know, like I say, we're only 1 defeat in the last 12 at Everton, though we've never played at the Hill Dickinson, but only 1 defeat in 12 at Goodison in the Premier League. A lot of draws. I think 8 of them draws, 3 Spurs victories. I just think we do quite well at Everton. You know, I know we lost there last season, but on the whole, we do really well at Everton. Bit like Leeds. So I think we could go there and win. I, I have no doubts that we're going to go down. We're going to put a performance in, and I think we've got an excellent chance. If we can shut Grealish up, if Porro can do a job on Grealish, I think we've got every chance of going there and getting a victory. I don't think Everton are that good, personally. I know we're not great, but I'm confident we go there and win. Billy Guy saying biggest threat is not Everton players, is David Moyes. Yeah, I mean, David Moyes, top manager, top manager. He had them set up really well. But yeah, this is either going to be a really good tight game, or it's going to be an absolute bore fest and end 0-0. But we'll see. I think Spurs go down. I think we definitely get a draw. I think we could win by the odd goal in 3. Rain is in. Big up, Rain. Says, morning all. Been a while, Nige. Been on holes and busy with work. Yes, I'd 100% take a point away at Everton. They are flying right now. Big up, Rain. Yeah, I haven't seen you for a while. I hope your holiday was good. And I'm glad work's busy. Is always good when work is busy. I'm with you. I'd take a point right now. I'd love a win, of course. Actually, looking at their I had it up a minute ago. Looking at a league form is very much the same as ours, mate. 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats in the last 6. So I think they are very much there for the taking. If we can just keep Grealish quiet, and Dyer is a bit of a problem as well. But I think this could be a game that's won on set pieces. I think whoever wins, if someone wins, it will be from a set piece. I know Spurs fans don't want to hear that. It is sometimes a little bit embarrassing when we see Deadly Danzo stepping up for a long throw. It is a bit Stoke City, but I don't mind it. I'm here for it. It's something different. I've been watching Spurs for over 40 years. I've been watching some wonderful football and some turgid football at times. It's not very often. I can't remember a time in the last 40 years that I've watched Spurs and I've been excited about a long throw. Um, but I am now. What do you know? I am. I feel I feel proper Stoke City now. And I'm like I say, I'm here for it for a while until we get the players in we need. Until we get the players in we need. Philly saying, I don't care about Spurs results this season. I have zero expectations because Thomas Frank doesn't have the profile of players, all players in the position to do anything good. True. And Jimmy says, to win today, we need a clean sheet, in my opinion. Yes, quite possibly. I think we get one. I think there's every chance we can get one. And after I said, you are being super passive, mate. I'm a super passive. I am super passive. Um, yeah, it is what it is. I agree with everyone, disagree with everyone. But I personally think we go there today. I think we get a result. I think we either draw 1-1 or we win 2-1. I am going to go for a Kudus goal. And I'm going to go for a deadly Danzo header to win it for Spurs later on. Um, I really like Kevin Danzo. He is probably my favourite player that doesn't play regularly, like squad player. You know, I never have an issue. If Romero's, don't get me wrong, I prefer Romero to be playing, but if Romero's out, I've never got a problem with Danzo coming inside. I think he is a cracking little defender with a great long throw on him. Definitely should have scored against Monaco midweek, but I like him. I really do like him. Guys, I am going to call it a day because I have got things to do, but thank you. Quick 45 minutes a day. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Billy is going for 1-1. I take that right now, Phil. Thanks for joining me, guys. There is a watch along this afternoon, 4 o'clock on the Two Marks show for the Everton Spurs game. And I've just been invited on to Sava's show later. So I will be on Sava's at 7:30. Guys, tune in for that. Look forward to it. Have a great day, guys. Hopefully we get a Spurs victory. But if we don't, let's not lose our minds. It is football. It is early. Only 9 games in. Let's give Frank time. Guys, much love to each and every one of you. And check out Ricky Villa TV at 11 o'clock. He has always a good stream and a quiz going on. So check out that. Guys, have a great day. And as always, come on, you Spurs.